He's sponsoring the coffee that's going to help us wake up in about 10 minutes. Please welcome Jason.
How's it going? Can you guys hear me okay? All right, welcome to Austin. This is where Silicon Valley spring breaks, right? So we are all super cool and hip for being in this room today during South by, during the Brand Summit, and I'm truly honored to be here with you guys today, honestly. So can we kick it over to this screen as well, if you don't mind? All right, so when I think about some of the most incredible inventions, really, that have made our lives more efficient and easier, I think about the telephone, right? Better than a carrier pigeon. Or Wi-Fi, which we're all plugged into right now. Or air conditioning. Anyone from Texas here? Fantastic invention. But you also think about some of these incredibly disruptive technologies that really make our lives easier, right? More efficient. You can order a car and book a home in Manhattan, and by the time you get home, you can have DoorDash deliver your food. All incredibly disruptive apps. So with that in mind, I'd like to roll a reel to show you what we're doing here at Grabit Interactive.
Imagine an unprecedented brand storytelling experience where every product and every image in every scene, in every video you've ever created is now transformed into a living, interactive engagement touchpoint. The ultimate branding plus lift experience. We are Grabit. Grabit was developed by the same inventor who created the cutting-edge video overlay technologies you see every day when you're watching television. Here's how it works. Our patented AI image recognition technology identifies objects in a video stream, allowing every image in every scene within a video to be interactive, clickable, and linked out. Once the video has been Grabitized, we programmatically distribute it across our network or yours. Users simply click or touch the object within the video stream to discover, purchase, or learn more about it. We transform your video assets into living, breathing, interactive extensions of your brand through what we call dimensional storytelling. Every object in the video now becomes part of the brand story, turning a passive video asset into an interactive experience with multiple destinations. We've unlocked new dimensions of in-video branding while fundamentally altering user behaviors. We're doing the same with our data and analytics suite. Welcome to the future of branding plus lift. We are Grabit.
Awesome. So our technology is patented. Specifically, it's to identify objects at a pixel level within video and make those objects available for link out. So at our core, and here's another buzzword for the bingo game of AI, ML I heard in some of the other panels, but our core technology is powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning. So what you see right here is an Adidas video that we did, and you can see on a scene-by-scene level, it's grabbing the basketball, the shorts, the shoes, everything in it, and we're making all those available for link out or purchase. Pretty incredible. That Adidas video, I think it was just around 60 seconds. It had over 1,800 link outs in a single asset, which is pretty incredible. So the best thing about our technology is there's no need for you to modify your existing content. You literally can give us an asset, an MP4, we go to work on it. On top of that, there's no additional production costs needed to work with our technology. And I know a lot of you may have brands and agencies, you all are brands, but you have agencies that work on your content. It's very expensive, so there's no need to modify that to work with us. Anyone been to a Formula One race? Yes? Yes, awesome. We actually have Brian here from Circuit of the Americas, so if you haven't been to one, it's an awesome race, fastest race in the world. So there's actually a race here in Austin, Texas. You should definitely go. So never before in history has Formula One allowed consumers access. It's a very private, secretive world to actually go in and meet the race car drivers and see the track that they're racing on. So what you see right here is a piece of content that Formula One Experience has put together. This is our in-stream player, and so what we're doing right now is just throwing a few scenes over to the right rail that we're going to interact with here in a second. But this was actually done in Austin, Texas. Really incredible experience. So we're going to go ahead and engage and roll over the Formula One car. We actually link out to a video of someone like getting their face peeled back riding in a Formula One car. Super cool. In this case, we're linking out to the amenities so we can actually book the Paddock Club to get the VIP experience at a certain race. In this case, Lewis Hamilton, one of the top drivers in the circuit. I follow him on Instagram, pretty cool guy. We throw some love to his page because you can actually meet him at the races. In this case, we're linking out to all the different VIP experiences at their 25 global races. And lastly, in one of the last scenes, we're linking out to the Formula One Experience Facebook page to drive more awareness and eyeballs around what they're doing. Humble brag, that picture made it in here. We actually won a Lumiere Award a couple weeks ago in Hollywood for the work on that video in the Best Branded Experience category. And it took us 4 hours to do that video. So let's shift gears here for a second. Think about the millions that you spend on content, on branded content, licensing deals, and media to drive eyeballs to that content, right? And I'm pretty sure all the brands in this room, there's a reason you shot that specific commercial with that specific actor, wearing that certain piece of clothing, driving that certain car in that certain location. Our technology now allows you to bring those things to life through what we call dimensional storytelling. So anyone drive a Subaru in here? Yes? Subaru is killing the auto game. Great brand, very loyal fan following. Have you always bought Subaru? A lot of Subaru owners tend to continually buy Subaru, right? So this is a video we put together for them. So in this video, it's a 1.5-minute piece of content. These friends are in LA, they're driving their sexy car through the mountains of California, and they find this awesome hill, set up a water slide, slide down the water slide. Super fun. 1.5-minute piece of content. So obviously Subaru has a very low fan following, so we roll over and link out to the Dear Subaru page, which is a collection of all their fans' Instagram photos and things of that nature. In this case, you can roll over the car and learn about the rims, or in this case, they shot this in Long Beach, California, so we threw some love to the 7th Wave Surf Shop. Pretty cool. In this case, you can learn about the gas mileage, and we actually linked out to actually build your own Subaru, and we can tie that to a local dealer in a certain market. And obviously, Subaru, great brand, donates a lot of money, a lot of charity, so we draw some attention to the love promise. And actually, if you're so inclined, we linked out to the water slide that you could purchase yourself. I know my kids would love that. I would definitely do it. But just what a really incredible way to tell Subaru's brand story. And they didn't have to modify that content. That content already existed, and we were able to bring that to life. So to get technical for a second, we built the technology. Let me get some water, excuse me. We built the technology to be agnostic in any environment. So we can cut you or your agency a VPaid VAS tag, and you can distribute it through your networks. We can throw you an embed code, so it's hosted on your site, and you can use paid to drive traffic to it. And the same technology also applies to all of your high-impact HTML5 display units as well. So I know this is a big statement, but in the testing we've done with our alpha and beta partners, we're absolutely destroying standard metrics. Because if you can imagine, how many of you buy video in this room? In-stream, pre-roll video. So typically, there's one link out in a video. No matter where you're distributing it, there's one link out. So you can imagine that the engagement rate and the click-through rate is going to skyrocket because of the amount of interactivity within the unit, which translates to more time spent, right? So when it comes to reporting, this is really the most important aspect of why we're all here. Data, I think a lot of the conversations around modeling, understanding how to use data to track the customer journey. So we're tracking all the standard video metrics that any of your partners are used to seeing. Thank you. From viewability to fraud, impressions, clicks, etc. We're tracking all those check. However, we're also tracking all these incredible new metrics, like what scenes they clicked on, what did they roll over, how much time did they spend, what pages did they go to. These are valuable insights that ultimately will help inform future content strategies, future media strategies, etc. We're also part of the IAB and working with them to help standardize some of the new VPaid I and interactive metrics that you're starting to see hit the marketplace right now. Now, when it comes to data, rather than wall garden this data, we're going to pass it back to our clients for free daily. We believe this is invaluable data that, again, will help inform future decisions for you, but we can pipe it into your DMP, your DSP, to your agency, etc. So in closing, video has always been a one-way stream, even back to the days of an antenna, even to cable today. What excites me most, not about Grabit also, but with the application of this technology, is that now video can become two-way. You can interact with your consumers through a piece of content. It's incredible, right? And we're removing the steps for consumers to learn, explore, and even purchase within the video, which is why we call it branding plus lift, because this is primarily a branding and engagement tool, but it has the ability to drive sales lift, right? The best part, it's curated by the consumer. So with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for all of you here today. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to meeting all of you, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Jason. Hang on one second. We have a second for, if anybody has any questions of Jason, but he's going to be around here all morning to answer questions. But I have a journalist question.
Please.
You're asking, you're taking a lean back experience and getting people to lean into it. What's the prompt? In terms of user behavior and usage, how are you signaling to the user you can do this with the video?
Right. That's the elephant in the room. How do people know? People don't know what they don't know. How many people have ever bought a product in a video ever, right? Probably less than 1% of America. So we have a variety of different players and call to actions and things that we've done to test different audiences and different verticals and videos. So for example, in an in-stream environment, when one of our videos rolls, one of the scenes will fly over to the right rail, almost as a teaser. So the user's like, what's going on here? Because the ultimate goal is we don't want to be disruptive to the consumer experience. We want to be, an additive, if you will. So we have a variety of different call to actions and pulsing and flyovers that encourages the user to interact. And it's almost serendipitous. And we've seen, consumers actually engage and spend an average of 2.5 minutes on a 15-second asset, which is really incredible from a performance perspective.
Jason, thanks very much.
Yeah.
And he and Grabit are sponsoring our coffee, which is going to start now. We're going to take about 15 minutes to grab some coffee, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about little data, big insights, and also hear from 7-Eleven. So grab some coffee, and thanks, Jason.